The sun began to set over the South Atlantic coast, and the wealthy city of Boynton Beach started to settle down for a Sunday evening. It was around that time when 38-year-old entrepreneur Michael Dippolito, whose wife was out of town, decided it would be a good idea to hire an escort for the night. Just 35 minutes after calling the service, 26-year-old Dalia Mohammed showed up at his front door. Just 2 weeks after their first acquaintance, Michael filed for divorce from his wife of 7 years and proposed to Dalia with a $20,000 engagement ring.
What the fuck?
She said yes. It appeared as though the concept of love at first sight wasn't exclusive to fairy tales, and Michael had finally met his princess.
Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Undercover cops pose as hitmen, by the way, for the record.
We're staying in Paris.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get some stuff out the way.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do it and what exactly is gonna be done. Alright. And if you got recommendations, you know what
Religion
you
of
want,
PTSD from my parents' abuse. I've read a lot about it. Please read more about CPTSD and childhood trauma. Your takes are very ignorant.
No, for real, because the thing is, you know, after I talked to you today, you know, this phone, garbage, you won't be able to get a hold of it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure that, you know, this what you want. Sure you want to kill this dude.
Do we really have to?
All right.
You know, it's just, I'd rather be as less, you know, whatever with you.
All right. All right.
This would be the first of a total 15 times that Dalia would look directly into the hidden camera. With the naked eye, she would only see a small hole in the corner of the back seat. Not overly suspect, but certainly unusual, and the fact that she continuously glanced at it throughout this setup proved that she harbored suspicion. But although she had doubts, she appeared to have no hesitation in accepting the risk for the potential reward, which in this case would have been the brutal murder of her newlywed husband.
She's just like...
In order to recite the entire sequence of events that led up to this moment, including each of the highly calculated and equally corrupt decisions that Dalia made, this would need to be a 3-part series, so for the purpose of time management, here's a quick rundown of the most notable moments. On February 2nd, 2009, Mike and Dalia made it official and got married. According to reports, Dalia appeared to be a very loving wife, always embracing her husband with public displays of affection and telling him how much she adored him, even to the point where people around them started to get uncomfortable. Just over a month into their marriage, in the early morning hours of March 12th, Michael's probation officer knocked at the door, with 2 deputies standing beside him. Michael had been convicted in 2001 for a fraud operation. He served 7 months in prison and was rendered 28 years of probation. This
incredibly Florida behavior.
This was the first time his PO had showed up unannounced, and Michael was informed that multiple calls had come in from an anonymous source, stating that he was selling steroids and ecstasy from the house. They presented him with a warrant and began to search the premises. If the allegation were proven to be true, Michael could have been sent back to prison for over 10 years. Luckily for him, no illegal substances were found. The next weekend, Dalia suggested a spur-of-the-moment romantic getaway in Palm Beach, and the couple stayed at a luxury hotel that Saturday night. But on the Sunday morning, police were waiting for them in the parking lot, stating they received an anonymous call that he was dealing drugs out of his car. They searched the vehicle, but once again found nothing. 2 weeks later, they went out to dinner, and on their way back to the car, police were waiting for them once more in the parking lot. Only this time they found a small bag of cocaine stashed inside a cigarette pack. Michael immediately broke down in tears, claiming that he had been set up and knew nothing about the drugs. Incredibly, the police believed him and decided not to make an arrest. They later testified that the first reason was due to the conspicuous and unusual hiding place for the cocaine. The second reason was their suspicions of his wife Dalia, who appeared emotionless as her husband was having a nervous breakdown. On the ride home, as Dalia was driving, Michael realized that she was the only one who knew where they were going for dinner, and was the only person who had access to the car. So he asked her point blank if she had anything to do with it, and the accusation wasn't taken well. She put the pedal to the floor and got up to 190 on the freeway, all the while screaming at the top of her lungs, claiming to be astonished that he could even accuse her of such a thing. Out of fear of his life, Michael apologized and said that he didn't mean it. The next morning, Dalia was aware that Michael's suspicions had arisen and knew she had to divert his attention somehow. So just after making him breakfast, she gave him the incredibly exciting yet completely fictitious news that she was pregnant. Michael was ecstatic. They went out and bought baby books, and the dubious circumstances that occurred the night before appeared to have been forgotten. That very same day, Dalia contacted her ex-lover, Mike Stanley, a guy she had already used for money and dumped on 3 separate occasions beforehand, yet managed to reel him back in with a single text. After reuniting, Dalia hatched an extravagant plan. Mike would pose as a lawyer, contact Michael over the phone, and give him the misleading legal advice that in order for him to get off probation, he would need to move his house solely into his wife's name. Astonishingly enough, without doing his own research, Michael decided to take the advice from the mysterious caller at face value.
Dude, yo, this is like incel bait, dude. Chat, what's up? You think her parents were abusive? Maybe. Dude, I swear to God, yo, this is just like, yeah, having a child in Florida is abuse. This is like villain shit, dude. I mean, seriously. This is actually the gaslight girl boss meme? Yeah, literally. What the fuck?
And he and his supposedly pregnant wife then drove to the title company to transfer ownership. Mike Stanley was then cut off without any explanation or even a farewell, and Dalia then turned to another ex-lover, Mohammed Shihadeh, who she must have thought was a more appropriate option for her next scheme. To cut a long story short, she asked Mohammed to hire a hitman to kill her husband. He neither accepted nor rejected the proposal, but instead of driving to work after their meeting, he drove to the Boynton Police Department to inform them of Dalia's intentions. The police then inserted a hidden camera into the backseat of Mohammed's vehicle and had him arrange a second rendezvous with Dalia to get definitive proof of her intentions. They got it. She was recorded on film handing over a photo of Michael, a photo of the house, and a $3,000 down payment for the assassination. The authorities had more than enough evidence to arrest Dalia immediately, but to further capture her intent and to really make the charges stick, they set up a second meeting with a supposed hitman, who is actually an undercover narcotics officer. And that brings us back to the very first moment Dalia looked directly into the hidden camera.
I know I got a picture. I looked at a picture of the house or whatever.
How soon can we get everything going?
This is a lady who paid an undercover cop $3 grand to execute her husband, who like she stole the house from. Yo, this is a movie. You know how when people say like my life is a movie, dog? Will and I were actually just talking about this before, like when we were in Miami. Like, that's such a dumb fucking take, because like a movie could be a sad movie, a fucking fun movie, a stupid movie, whatever. A movie could be about anything, but like this is literally a movie. Will told you guys a story because a FaZe Bank said that to us. Yeah, and then I wanted to tell him my life is a movie, dog. My last night was a movie, dog, a sad movie. We went to fucking sleep after eating pepperoni pizza from 7-Eleven, dog. You know what I'm saying? But for real, dude.
It's up to you.
We gotta pee.
I made it sound like this week, but like my understanding of everything was that like, you know, I was gonna give you what I gave you, and then that was everything. Until after the fact. And then after the fact, I guess you were gonna come and like find me or whatever. I mean, I'm good for it. Like, it's not like I don't have it or anything. I mean, I know not to fuck around with you. You know certain things, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously know where I'm at.
The thing about self-destruction is that it happens all the time, and it's most often a very difficult thing to witness, as it can be the casual sequence of uncontrollable circumstances, such as adversity, tragedy, or misfortune. Yet when a person's self-destruction occurs solely due to their own greed and corruption, it becomes far less difficult and a lot more fascinating to behold.
I could get it done by Wednesday if you want me to. You understand? But I gotta do my homework, you know?
Right.
I gotta know exactly where the place is and how to get out of there, how to get in and out, you understand what the neighbors are. I gotta call the cops, report a shooting to see how fast they get to that location. There's a lot of stuff I gotta do.
Okay.
That's gonna cost me a lot of money.
So if we go ahead and we do it, like, at the house, like, how soon could you do it? And
I could do it Wednesday morning. It's gonna be like I break into the house, didn't think he was going to be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
I'm going to think he's at work. Boom, he's not at work, then, he gets 2 in the head. That's it. I take a couple things with me, break a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad, and it's all over. I'm gone out of there. We're just going to be asking you questions, although they know it's going to be obvious what it is, and they already know, but, they're going to ask questions, because that's how they got to do it. But I don't know how well you handle pressure. I don't know, because I don't want...
No, I'm not going to, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see me, and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. But I'm not.
You are. You're extremely beautiful.
Thank you.
Damn, dude. The cop is like trying to break off a piece for himself, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll do this murder for you, Dalia. What if he just he's actually committed to it?
I just need to make sure everything's going to take care of.
Between now and when it's done, you're not going to have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, I'm talking to him.
There's no changing. No, there's no, I'm determined already. I'm positive, 5,000% sure, around 6:30, 7 o'clock. He always walks the dog in the morning.
Okay.
He walks the dog across, over where the lake is, and our door is always unlocked.
I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning. Okay. 6 o'clock, you're in the gym. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, and I guess...
That's the ex-boyfriend working for the cops? No, dude, that's the cop.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye.
Dalia got out of the car and drove away, believing her husband would be murdered just 2 days later. She followed orders and went to the gym at 5:43 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Police then knocked on the door and gave Michael the unfortunate news of his wife's intentions before driving him to the police station. Dalia was called back to the house by a sergeant 1 hour later. Everything about the crime scene was fake, except for the news camera which captured the entire incident.
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Wait, why are they debating her, dude? That's so fucked. Oh my god. Why didn't they just arrest her? Why are they toying with her right now? Bro, I swear to God, Florida is a lawless land, dude. I don't understand why they did this. They literally were just we're going to do this for the content. This part is just for us to... This part is just for the fucking content, okay? Just for the fun of it. Yo, she's smart. She's I want to see the body. I want to see the body. Wait, was this filmed for cops or an episode or something? Did they film this? Oh my god, that's why there's the dude is mic'd up. Yo, that's so fucked, dude. Yo, I don't know who's worse here, the fucking literal cops or the television producers who are this is going to make remarkable TV. And they're fucking right. It does make for really good TV. Oh my god, dude. America is the most fucking insane country on the planet. Europeans, can you imagine some shit like this happening, dude? Where they're just oh, this psycho wanted to fucking execute her boyfriend, so we decided to film the entire process for an episode, dude. That's crazy, dude. This is 90 Day Fiancé jail edition, dude.
Don't worry, we've already taken care of dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control. And we'll take care of everything else, okay? Thank you, guys.
It's just so fucking Florida. This is just... Florida is just a lawless land, dude. Just straight up.
With this, that you're the wife. We got to advise you of your rights, so you know, okay?
I'm John Quinones, and I wanted to ask you, why did you want to murder your husband? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. What would you do?
Don't understand any of them. You just tell me, and I'll stop and repeat. And first of all, let me just tell you, I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to see my husband, please.
All right.
I love my husband. I really love him.
No, you don't want to see him.
I just want to see him.
This part is not for the show.
You don't. Could you listen, please? This is something because we're going to videotape that I need you to
Thank you,
sign
Kakarot
also.
to DB for
Because
the
it's
10
the right
tier
videotape.
gift
You want to read
subs.
that?
Kakarot.
Well, you're being videotaped.
Bro, Kakarot's a slur, dude. Why does Twitch let you have that name? That's crazy.
That's all part of it.
Whose number is this?
That's your home number.
Oh.
Okay. Listen, is there anybody that you know that you think would want to kill your husband?
My husband's on probation.
For what?
Dalia recounts Michael's entire criminal history in vivid detail, gives multiple reasons as to why someone would want him dead, and even names a potential suspect, who in reality had nothing to do with the situation, and was only a former business associate.
People weren't happy that he was getting off probation because it's a lot of money he's got to pay back.
Well, when you say people, who are you talking about? People that were involved with him before, or?
A little bit of everything. This was supposed to be something, when he got off probation, it was supposed to be between us. And he went and he told, you know, friends of his, he told, you know, certain people, and everyone kind of talks, and he's constantly running into a lot of the guys that he was on probation with. Like a couple days ago, we ran into someone, and that was a target. I mean, you
There's
know,
no subs.
the guy comes
Sorry,
up to us,
only
and
dubs.
he's, like, with organized crime. It seems like a lot of the guys from Boca are starting to move up here, and we're constantly running into, you know.
See, we're experts at this point, right? Like, because we watched so many of these clips now, but it's like obvious that she's over-explaining. You know what I mean? Like, just signs that you know, she went from fucking crying to being like, oh well, there's plenty of different people that might have wanted to murder her. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? You know?
You know what I mean? A lot of the guys that he knows and things like that. So it was a lot of money. It was $191,000 that he had to pay back. So I know certain names, you know what I mean? And I know certain families, they were on the news, like the guys that all just went away.
What nationality are you? Spanish?
My mom's from Peru and my dad's from Egypt.
Wow.
Wait, her mom is what?
You know what I mean? And I know certain families, they were on the news, like the guys that all just went away.
What nationality are you? Spanish?
My mom's from Peru and my dad's from Egypt.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna slay in the next Among Us
I wanna
lobby.
tell
I
you
played
everything
true.
else.
Please do.
My man said, wow.
Yeah, I do. I want to know.
So that's what happened with that. So he didn't know how to tell everybody what was going on with everything.
I don't know if you know, he was shot. He was shot twice. And I want you to know all this.
Do you know this?
Did they tell you out there?
Not exactly. I mean, they told me he was shot. When I was at the gym, I got a phone call. I didn't hear my phone ring, and I called back, and they told me just to please come, that something happened at my house.
Yeah. He would. Evidently, your husband answered the door, and they took him back upstairs. And in your
We
bedroom.
have cameras, though. Why would he answer the door?
I don't
Because he
know.
doesn't answer for anybody he doesn't know.
I have
and
no-
I mean, the only person, like his probation officer, is like the only, you know what
I
I mean?
have no idea.
He would not answer the door. We have cameras, like at our house.
Maybe he knows this person. I didn't know you
We
had
have-
cameras
we have-
because when we got there, some of your neighbors heard the commotion.
We have cameras. The front door has cameras.
Oh,
and
that's
the back
great.
door has cameras.
Then-
but they don't record.
And they don't record.
Nobody knows, but they don't. We told everybody they record, but they don't record.
Oh, God.
Because he didn't want them to make a hole in the garage.
Right now, I'm going to go out and get in touch with the officers at the scene. I want to see if the house was burglarized.
Okay.
All right, just hang on for a second.
Thank you.
The lead investigator returns 16 minutes later.
Now, you know that I advised you of your rights, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay. The game's over with. Okay? There's no more games with you and I. Now we're going to get down to serious business. I want to know if you know this guy. Come here.
Oh
Bring
shit!
this guy in here.
It's the husband.
Get over here. Get over here.
They bring in the undercover cop who remains in character, acting like he's been
Oh,
caught, but refuses to
shit.
allege Dalia's involvement. She happily plays along.
Bro, this is crazy, dude. I feel like this is... Doesn't this taint an investigation? Like, how are you getting, like... She's already caught in fucking, you know, not 4K, but like 14, you know, 144p. I feel like they're just doing this for the content of it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense that they're like, it doesn't make sense that they're following through. It literally feels like they're doing it just for the content. It's all for the confession.
You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before. Never.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house? Get him out of here.
Like, this would never happen. Like, has this person never seen, like, a law-related show or, like, cop shows? Doesn't she recognize? She's, like, mischievous enough. She's devious enough to, like, fucking hire a hitman to murder her husband, but she's not smart enough to recognize that, like, a cop would not just pull a fucking murderer into the room like that. You know what I mean? I don't understand. No, she watches The Bachelor. No, like, literally, you can't do that, dude. You can't fucking just, like, pull a murderer into the, you know, pull a murderer into, like, the victim's wife to have a face-to-face interaction. They are absolutely playing with their food at this point. Yeah, I agree.
Dalia was able to use her looks to get what she wanted out of life, which of itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. People do what they can to get by, which sometimes means relying on physical appearance, and in some cases they have no other option. Yet the majority of those who navigate life in this manner do so without intentionally hurting anyone. Dalia went out of her way to not only hurt, but to literally slaughter the person whom she had tricked into falling in love with her, and for no other reason than monetary gain. She hadn't come from a broken home, nor was she a battered wife. There were no mitigating circumstances whatsoever. Only the cold-blooded pursuit to get what she wanted, how she wanted, impartial to the suffering she would cause as a result. In the next moments, her karmic debt will have finally caught up, and for perhaps the first time in her adult life, neither sex appeal nor her fabricated charm will be enough to save her from the consequences of her actions.
You're going to jail today for solicitation of murder. You're under arrest. That's an undercover police officer. We filmed everything that you did, recorded everything.
Wait, if they were going to just leak this info, why did they do this stuff? If they were going to leak this information, why did they do all this? That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes no sense, dude. That makes no fucking sense. Why would they just, like, bring the dude into the room if they're just ultimately going to be like, haha, we were just debating you? It literally feels like it was done for content.
Everything that you did. You're going to jail for solicitation of first-degree murder of your husband.
I didn't do anything.
Did you hear what I just told you?
I heard what you said, but I didn't
Everything, listen to me. Everything has been recorded. You were photographed in the convertible when you sat in his car in the front of CVS. What do you want to do? What do you want to do here?
Murder.
Listen to me.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to jail.
I didn't do anything, please. I didn't do anything.
Tell me you didn't do anything. You're going to jail today. As soon as I'm done, they're going to come in here and handcuff you and take you to the Palm Beach County Jail, book you for solicitation of first-degree murder on your husband. Your husband is well and alive.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Can I see him?
No, he doesn't want to see you.
I so wanted to see him.
He doesn't want to see you.
Please.
You better quit your plan. Listen to me. I want you to quit your acting and get this over with.
I'm not.
Yo, Florida cops are just built differently, dude. That's crazy. He's just like, he's literally just playing with her. Like, he's just like playing with her with his food. That's what he's doing. You get your shit straight, okay? You tried to murder your husband. Like, what the fuck, dude? You're a cop, homie. What are you doing? These guys, dude, Florida cops are actually a different breed, okay? This is so dramatically different from, like, all the other, like, high-level detectives we've seen who, like, engage in little mind games, and they're doing the fucking, you know, this method, that method, like, doing the fucking, you know, how and why method, all these different things. Like, this guy's just straight up like, we caught you, bitch! Dead to rights! And I wanted to fuck with you by bringing in the murderer into the room. How do you feel? What the fuck?
Yes, you are. Okay. You know what? You need a real good attorney. You need a real good attorney because we're going to show them the film where you say you're 5,000% sure you want him dead. You think I made that?
Yeah, guess what? You could have told him you were 99% sure, and maybe we could have talked about a plea bargain. But you said 5,000%. Now, I might be from Florida, and therefore my math is not my strong suit, because I do think algebra is created by the Arabs to take over America. But I'm pretty sure 5,000 is greater than 100.
That up? You think I made that up? It's exactly what's going to happen. I'm talking with you. When I leave this room, no other officer will ever talk to you again. The next time we see you is when you're in trial. Now, you can make it right here, or you're going to trial, and you're going to do life in prison. You want to cooperate with us, whatever you want to do. It's over and done once I walk out. I'm not coming back in to talk to you. And no one else is either. What do you want to do before I leave here? Because the next officer comes here, going to handcuff you and take you to the jail.
Can I see my husband, please?
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you. I'm leaving now. Can I have an officer come in here and cuff the person?
This story's gonna blow your mind real quick
I don't know
here.
what's going on, please.
We go ahead and arrest her for solicitation first degree murder.
What's happening, please?
Can you sir stand up?
Stand up, please.
Wait, well, how is this gonna... What is the twist here? I don't understand how there's 30 more minutes of this video. Because, like, this is so open and shut. I can't wait. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen here, but...
Dahlia is then granted her fraudulent wish and comes face to face with her husband.
Oh my God!
He's alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
Can't fix it.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard
you.
you.
Mike, come here, please. Come here.
Okay, thank you. We'll take her back to booking, please.
Dahlia was given roughly 15 minutes in her cell to calm down and have reality sink in. She was then brought back to the interrogation room, where two less confrontational detectives would pursue a confession. They were hoping the immediate switch from hostility to patience would influence her compliance.
Have you been advised of your rights before? So yes. Your Miranda rights?
No, but I wanted to make a phone call.
Okay. Earlier this morning, Sergeant Sheridan read you your rights from that card, right? And you understood your Miranda rights, your Fifth Amendment rights?
Yes, but I wanted to make a phone call.
Okay, so the phone call, we will let you do that later. Not right now, though.
But
What up,
while I'm
Austin?
still here,
Yeah, later on we will. Okay? We want to,
Did you understand your rights or no? You didn't understand them?
I wasn't really paying attention when you
Okay.
said yes to everything.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and read them again. Okay? And if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask me and I'll explain them to you. Okay?
okay, you understand your Fifth Amendment rights now? All of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to know how she's gonna get out of this, dude. Like, what technique is she gonna use?
Regular restroom, please, before we start. Is that okay?
Is it emergency?
I didn't feel comfortable going in the other one.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
No
won't be
problem.
long.
No problem.
Mind if I call you Dahlia?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right.
There's no subs in this
Do you
one.
understand what happened today? What's going on here?
A little.
Okay.
Now, slowly, I'm understanding a little bit better.
What's your understanding?
I was told one thing, and now it's like slowly, like all these things are. I don't really know what happened.
Do you know that you are arrested today? You're being arrested.
That part I understood.
Okay. Do you know what for?
Not really,
You
no.
don't know the charge?
No, nobody said anything to
Okay,
me.
go ahead and tell her the charge, Alex.
Okay. You're being arrested for soliciting to commit murder. Okay, which that means is you attempted to hire someone to kill somebody else, meaning your husband. Okay? And that's why you're here and that's what you're getting charged with.
Okay, no.
You don't understand or?
No, I never did that.
Okay, but that's what you're being charged with.
Okay.
And we have plenty of evidence to back it up. Okay? So, with your rights in mind, we want to give you an opportunity to do some soul searching maybe, and maybe get a lot off your chest and tell us the truth.
Okay, these guys are literally dog shit. Like, I feel like they juiced up. Like, they used all of their fucking skill points on the preparation. Their interrogation techniques are so bad. They're just like, yo, come on, just fucking tell us, you know? We already got you over here. Come on. Fucking admit it. You wanted to kill the bastard. He's fucking bad, right? Like, they're just like, what are they doing? Like, in Florida, the criminal doesn't usually, what? Usually to the interrogation room? They rolled a 1 on interrogation? I just don't understand why they're like why they're this bad.
That's what we want to hear.
The evidence against her was overwhelming, hence the lack of interrogation techniques being initiated. The detectives feel that this is an open and shut case, and whether the suspect chooses to confess at this moment or not, they believe the eventual outcome will be the same.
I mean, this has been worked for a couple of days now. It's not just the first day we're doing this, reference to this case, and we have a lot of information to support our charge. It's just not a quick little thing. So, you know, we don't know when you're lying to us and all that. We just want to hear the truth. I mean, it's done. It's over with now, you know, and this is your opportunity to tell us the truth. That's all we want to hear, and we know the truth. So, I know it's hard to commit to that, but now's your time, you know?
I think that they just like kind of gave up because they were like, we got you dead to rights. So they're like literally not trying. You know what I mean?
Do you have anything to say about this?
I'm going to talk to my husband.
Okay, well, you can't talk to your husband. He's not here right now. Let him go home. He's taking care of the house and the dogs, so.
The good thing about this whole thing is that nobody got killed. The tragedy
The
was
narrator
prevented
literally
today.
just said that.
You could look at it that way. you
Sorry.
know?
I was busy getting a fucking
simple.
Diet Mountain Dew.
A big tragedy. I mean, someone's life, so. Everything's on tape, Dalia. There's no denying it. You know? Everything's on tape, and it's not a bluff, so.
You gotta understand this, okay? Dalia, listen to me for a second,
I didn't
okay?
do anything.
Listen to me for a second, okay? This is on our first day, okay? It's definitely not our second day, all right? This is an ongoing...
It's our third day. So please, be nice. Let us have this, all right? It's my third day on the fucking job. Why won't you just fucking admit it? Come on! This is called the Italian technique. What the detectives are doing here is called the Italian technique, where they just they lower the assailants' defenses by telling them that they're new at the job.
Investigation, all right? Not only do we have your videotape, we have every conversation that you had leading to this point, all right? So for you to sit here and deny that you haven't done anything, it's not going to help. Every little thing that you've done since this started, we've been involved in it. Do you understand that? I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. That's the truth.
Just want to go home.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going home, okay? You're looking at some serious charges here. Do you understand that you made the attempt to hire somebody to kill your husband? That's how serious this is. Okay, you can sit here and shake your head and deny it, but I'm going to tell you right now, all right, when they...
By the way, respect to her for like, you guys keep saying like, why hasn't she called a lawyer? Why hasn't she called a lawyer? She low-key hasn't really told anything. Like she hasn't said a single fucking thing so far. like, usually at this point, like, people keep, you know, revealing shit. You know what I mean? Usually, people at this point reveal a lot of information that incriminates them. Her, on the other hand, has been able to avoid doing that. So, like, the guys are bad, but still.
The jury and the judge sees that videotape of you having this conversation, making a deal, all right? That's how far you went, all right? It wasn't it. It's not about denying it wasn't me, I didn't do anything, because the video, the audio, it's not going to lie, all right? And all the evidence that we have collected throughout this investigation.
You sound like a fool right now denying this, because, like my partner just said, everything's on tape, video and audio. I know, but you're not going home, you see? You're being arrested, so you're not going home.
But what do I have to do to go home? I'd like to go home.
I know, but you can't. It's impossible. You're going to the Palm Beach County Jail after this. You can't go home. You're being arrested. This is a game. In your mind, it might be a little game, but this is very, very serious. Murder? Are you kidding me?
Dalia refuses to give any sort of acknowledgement whatsoever, even after being confronted with the hidden camera footage. She was then taken to the Palm Beach Detention Center, professing her innocence the entire way. When she finally got to jail, she accepted the offer to make a phone call. Now, try and imagine yourself in her position. Now think of the absolute last person on planet Earth that you would call at that moment.
Hello? Hey, it's me.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing, Mike. Can you please come here?
Hey,
What?
listen, I don't want to fight with you. Honestly, I can't help you.
Mike,
Don't you understand what just happened?
what they're saying is not true.
How is that possible?
Like, I'm sitting here. It's not true. It's not possible. You wouldn't even give me 2 minutes to talk to you, but it's not possible.
Bro, demon, dude. Straight demon, dude. Straight fucking demon, dude. That's crazy. Okay, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What they're saying is not true.
How in the hell did I hear it and see it?
Like, I heard what you heard. It's not true. I heard what you heard and I saw what you saw. Everything they showed you, they showed me.
And how is it not? How are you telling me that?
I
It's
am
not
giving you my word that it's not true.
What Dalia is doing here is known as gaslighting, a textbook form of manipulation used by
Literally, girl boss gaslight slay queen, dude. Gatekeep, girl boss, gaslight. Oh my fucking God.
psychopaths,
Don't believe your lying eyes, she said.
sociopaths, and all those with narcissistic personality disorder. She is trying to cultivate doubt into Michael's mind by making him question his own perceptions. She does this by using persistent denial and misdirection to try and destabilize his thought process. Yet the hole that Dalia had dug for herself on this occasion seems a little bit too deep for her device to have any sort of effect.
I'm not even kidding. In a weird way, I like he's so fucking stupid. Like he's so fucking stupid that like in a weird way, like this could work. I don't know. Like the moment that he heard her voice, he should have hung up the phone. Like, you tried to murder me, dog. Bye. Click. And instead he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on, Dalia. What are you doing to me? Like, this is the dumbest fucking dude on the planet.
Daddy, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
Like, please, I need an attorney. Can you please help me? It's not true.
Your brother was here and I spoke to him and he's going to go talk to your mom. I called them for you already.
What?
This is not true.
Daddy, look, how do you explain what I saw and heard?
Like, I am limited on my phone call. You know more than anybody. It's not true. Just give me time so I can talk to you.
What did it say? I saw it. I heard it.
I saw what you saw and I heard what you heard.
Okay, what the f***? You said you wanted to have me killed. I heard that.
It's not true. That is not
How is
true.
it not true?
How can you believe that?
heard your voice.
How can you believe it?
What is the point? I heard you.
Bro, what the fuck? I don't understand. Like, where is she going with this? Dude, he's like, he's too chill about this. Like, what is happening right now? I feel like, am I losing my mind? Like, this is so odd. Like, what? How where is she gonna go with this?
You say it.
It's not. I heard what you heard,
The
and
smartest
it's not.
dude in Florida.
What did I hear then? I heard you say.
I heard the tape. Okay, I heard the tape, and I saw pictures.
She's like purposely not letting him even like address some of the statements. Notice how she never ever even allows a single moment from the tapes to be uttered. Like, she just be like, how can you believe it? Like, placing the blame back on her, or back on him. Like, she's making it seem like, dude, this is like some real fucking manipulative girlfriend shit. I mean, this is beyond, obviously, she's a sociopath that wanted to fucking murder him. But like, I've been in a relationship where like the other party will literally flip the shit back on me, even if they are at fault, just to be like, I'm annoyed, like, you're inconveniencing me now. And then all of a sudden you're like defending yourself. That's kind of what she's doing right now.
And I saw the whole 9 yards. I saw all of it.
So why would you meet a guy in a parking lot? Explain that.
I'm sitting here on the phone. I will tell you when I
See? She never answers any of the important parts of the... Oh my God, dude. I mean, he's so fucking stupid.
see you in person. Please.
I can't come there anyway. I'm not allowed there.
That's not true. Who said that? They tell you that on purpose.
Oh my
That's not
God.
true.
I don't know what you could tell me. Even if, let's pretend, I said, oh, it's all better. I can't, they're charging your ass. Don't you get it?
Like, I didn't.
Mike's like, I'm a fucking idiot, and even I know. You're going to jail, bitch. This is so... You know, I'm fucking stupid as shit. I'm like Dippolito. And even I know, with the lack of brain cells I got, that you're going to fucking jail. You try to kill me.
Do anything. Please.
I don't know what to say to you. I can't help you.
What do you mean
It's out of my hands.
You're not even trying.
What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to get me an attorney, please, so I can talk to you.
I saw you with this guy.
You wonder how his ex-wife feels watching this? Good riddance. She probably is like, thank fucking Christ. Like, Mike Dippolito, you are a saint for getting me out of your dumbass situation. It's literally like, she's doing victory laps probably, dude. Imagine like thinking about how significantly you dodged that bullet of being with like Mike Bada Bing Bada Boom Dippolito.
In the truck or whatever the fuck it was, I saw it. I heard your voice clearly. What? I don't understand.
I did not say those things. Period.
So how did they get your voice on that tape recorder?
Like, I'm limited with my time, please.
You gotta be kidding me, man. Dalia, I heard you say that shit.
Like,
Okay?
I'm telling you right now, okay?
You can't fix it. How are you gonna tell me that you didn't say it, you didn't do it? When I saw you say it and I saw you do it.
Do you have any idea how I was when they told me what supposedly happened to you, how I got and how I was and how everything?
Again, this is like an entire like 5-minute sequence where she's on the phone. By the way, the funniest part about this is Mike is paying extra for this call. Like, this is a call from prison. So Mike Dippolito currently is paying money out of his pocket to talk to his psychopathic wife who tried to murder him. And she's literally just like lying to his face. And throughout this entire call, not once has she ever addressed even one of his many reasonable questions about like, how do you describe being caught on video asking to murder me?
Can you meet me in person so I can talk to you?
No.
Why?
Why the should I?
Because you know me. I never, ever, 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 ever in my wildest dreams ever want that for you, ever.
Well, you said it, Dalia. You hired a guy.
No, I did not say anything. Period. I didn't say anything.
I don't know how you're going to actually have the nerve to sit here and lie to me now.
Bro, this is the smartest criminal we've seen so far. Obviously, she's dumb enough to like fucking, you know, get caught by an undercover cop who, you know, in 4K asking to do a murder and stuff like that. But like, nothing that she has said so far technically could be used against her as evidence in a court of law. Like, I am really, really wondering where the angle is. Like, if there's one person who could like get out of this situation, I feel like it's her.
I can't help you even if I wanted to. Do you get it?
Why don't you want to?
It's out of my f***ing hands.
You're not even trying. It's different if you're trying. You're not even trying.
What could I possibly do for you? I don't get it. What could I do?
You're not even trying.
I'm holding off on the Casey Anthony case on purpose because I know that one's gonna fucking hurt my brain.
What? I'm sitting here like a dumbass.
Okay, they're getting ready to take me again.
Dalia, I'm going to give you some advice, and you need to listen. You're going to be ran around in there for a little while, a couple days. You need to just try and relax and just go with it. And keep to yourself and don't say a lot.
Like, I love you. Don't do this to me. I'm sitting here. Everybody treated me awful, sir. I didn't do anything to you. You know me. Everyone did things awful to me.
I can't help you. There's nothing I can do to help you. Know what I'll do? You know what I'll do for you? Seriously? What? You sign my house back over to me. I'll help your mom immensely.
Oh! Mike with a fucking uppercut Dippolito! Let's fucking go! Sign my fucking house back to me, you psycho! Why the fuck did I do this to you, eh? He's like, I've been to fucking prison too. Hey, don't worry about it. They're gonna fucking clap your cheeks for a little bit, you know? Just beat your ass. Fuck it. You know, you just gotta take the blows. I forgot about the house part? No, dude, I have not forgotten about the house part. I've literally been only been thinking about the fact that this fucking idiot, this absolute idiot fucking signed his house over to his wife to like get out of like some fucking investigation.
Give me my house back. That's it.
That's it, what?
I'll have the papers sent over to you somehow. You'll sign them over to me, and then I will help your mother. Okay?
I'm not signing anything.
I know you wouldn't sign anything. I knew that wasn't going to happen, so I can't help you. Okay?
That's what you're thinking about. I'm sitting here rotting and you're thinking about
Yeah, you tried having me killed. I just offered to help you, and again, you had the balls to say no to me. You just basically said F you to me, which is hilarious considering your situation and considering what the F just happened today.
That's hilarious, dude. It is hilarious. He's right.
Dalia called her mother soon after, who was already informed of the situation by Michael and appeared to be a little bit more understanding over the whole situation.
Hello? Mom, I'm in jail.
I know, Dalia. I know. I find out.
I need you to call Mike in New York.
Okay, who do you want me to call? What is it?
I need you to call Mike in New York, please.
I called already and I called that. Everybody knows. What is it you want me to do? Where are you exactly?
I'm in the county jail. I need you to call. What did Mike say? Is he coming?
Everybody's coming, Dalia. We're going to go ahead and get your lawyers, okay? Don't worry. Where are you? Are you in Gun Club?
Yes, I'm here, Mom. Mike did this to me.
Wait, Mike did this to me? Dude, he's so... Yo, she's a fucking straight succubus demon, dude. What the fuck?
Okay.
What is Gun Club, by the way? Why are they calling the police department Gun Club? She thinks it's a different Mike than the other Mike, but...
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Sad that mental illness like this is responding with punitive action instead of rehabilitation. Okay, shut up, simp. This is the kind of like sociopathic behavior that is like incredibly difficult to fucking treat. Okay, you're out of your fucking... This person is literally a demon. This person is literally a demon, and the only way to treat this person is just like she might kill again. Okay. They might have family that are cops, military guys, and cops call work a gun club. Wait, really?
You did it. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. Where are you? You in gun club?
Yes, I'm here in gun club, and I heard Mike is at the house. I want him out of my house.
Okay, well, right now we're going to need to have a lawyer first, okay?
House.
Bro, what the fuck, dude? Yo, are you serious? Are you fucking serious, dude? Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying, dude. This is nuts. Bro, she said fucking get the dude I try to murder, whose house it is, out of the house that he bought and fucking stupidly, foolishly signed over to my name. Yeah, she does not chatter. Callan 162 is correct. She needs a fucking exorcism, not a therapist, okay? She needs Allah's light inside of her immediately, dude.
All right, okay, don't worry about that right now.
Dalia spent 20 months in jail before standing trial in April 2011. Her defense was bizarre. They claimed Michael Dippolito was a fan of reality TV, and the murder for hire plot was a hoax, just so he could get on television.
I'm just having fun with it. Come on, I'm with you.
You having fun with me? Let me ask you something. Is this fun, Mr. Dippolito?
This sucks.
Okay. Was it fun when you got arrested?
No.
Was it fun when you went to court?
Horrible.
Okay. So, is it...
Narcissistic personality disorder mostly goes unidentified and untreated and leaves this to you, you ignorant himbo. Wait, what? So we're treating NPD as though it's like fucking... Are you serious, dude? We're treating narcissistic personality disorder as like a disability of the where you can't control yourself either? Like, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? Wait, what? Bro, that's crazy. I'm sorry, dude. You're literally incorrect and wrong and what the fuck? Who knew these videos would turn your chat into nutters? I did. I knew that it was going to happen.
Is there anything funny about this proceeding at all, Mr. Dippolito?
The questions you're asking me, some of them, yeah.
You don't like them, do you?
It's ridiculous. We're not here because of me. Well, I might as well, you might as well put me up next. I mean, what are we doing here?
The verdict came a month later on May 13th. The jury needed just 3 hours of deliberation.
Verdict, we the jury find as follows. As to count 1, we find the defendant guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. If you find the defendant guilty, do you find that there is a firearm included in the solicitation? Yes.
And you and I have spoken previously about you wanting to share some comments with the court as the judge considers the appropriate sentence in this case?
Yes, I do. I have no words to explain why this unfortunate event happened. And I am sorry that it did. I don't support what it happened. But I know that you have the power in deciding what happens to the next phase of Dalia's life, in showing mercy. In life,
she cannot physically control herself and being a narcissist and a sociopath. She's just wired that way and should be treated as some sort of disorder. Okay, jail her for life then. Thank you. Okay, I guess, sorry. Like, fucking lock her up and throw away the key then. Sorry, she literally can't control her urges, which is literally the problem with sociopathy and psychopathic behavior. Like, that's literally the method, even in like the UK, the method for people who are diagnosed with psychopathy are actually just thrown in an asylum forever.
Make mistakes.
Yeah, I know. Antisocial personality disorder. Yes,
we
I'm aware.
Deserve a second chance. Dalia's not dangerous. Your Honor, I'm asking you I'm begging you, please, to have some mercy on her. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Where do I begin? Let me just start off by saying, you know, when I married my wife, I was very much in love with her. And I thought we were doing things that normal married people do. And I was a very good husband. And I provided everything we needed. And, you know, that being said, lo and behold, you know, that wasn't the case. I don't know who these people are talking about, but it's not that girl. You know, and I feel bad. I don't even want to be here. Since this started, I've always put my hand out. Give me my house. Let's be done with it. I'll beg the judge to even
like we've moved beyond like BPD or like bipolar people or schizophrenic people, like, you know, disease or illnesses that are like very hard to fucking manage, that people still somehow manage without murdering motherfuckers on, to like literally saying, oh, she's a narcissist, that's why she fucking, like, we've literally moved beyond like tier fucking 5 diseases and illnesses to literally being like, well, I have ADHD, sorry, that's why I hired a fucking hitman. You know, I have a disease, you need to treat me. That is psychotic, okay? Like, literally, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard from this chat. And I hear a lot of dumb shit, okay? It's remarkably ableist, by the way, which most people are really unaware of how fucking ableist they're being when they make it seem as though people with, like, actual... like very difficult to manage mental disorders are you know, incapable of controlling their fucking urges, and you know, they're literally on a whim they will go out and fucking murder. And then you compare, like, you move beyond like mental disorders to like a personality trait. God damn, dude. So you're not for prison abolitionism, only for sympathetic people, and once someone is a selfish liar, they deserve to rot for life? No, idiot. But I admit, and most other people admit, that, like, currently, we do not know how to medically treat people with antisocial personality disorders like sociopathy and psychopathy. That's it. Okay?
do whatever. I don't personally gain anything from this. You know, the difference between me and I guess what's going on here, you know, I went to prison. You know how I got there? I said I did it. Yeah, I did it. Let's get this over with and handle it. You know, that hasn't happened here. I mean, this girl doesn't feel sorry for anything. She still doesn't think she did anything. And believe me, I don't want to get up here and be nasty, but the reality is I sit and listen to this. Even today, we're talking about a retrial? Retrial for what? I mean, what is it we're doing? Who didn't understand what happened here?
That's crazy.
They still don't want to admit anything happened. Nothing bad happened. It's all good. Let's just all go home and it's fine. I'm not okay. You know, my father died. I was supposed to have been able to travel to see him. I didn't get to see my dad. You know, my dad's dead. And, you know, that was part of my plan, to get off probation, go see my family, spend time with my father. If she would have owned it like a normal person and would have owned up to something, I would respect that. But instead, when I get to court, I hear that I want a reality television show. As soon as we walk out here, you know they're filing for an appeal. You know why? Because they think everybody in this room is stupid. That's why. Because we're all stupid, and they're smarter than us. And nobody did anything. And God, she's a great girl, and whatever. You know, when I met her, I thought all those things. I don't want to offend anybody, and believe me, I feel sorry for everybody that's in here crying. But you know what? I got to feel sorry for myself. Nobody's helping me. My mother had a nervous breakdown. I'm like, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. You know, I just don't know how I'm feeling some days. And it's just not fair. Like I said, and I mean this from my heart, I wish we weren't here.
Please don't ever put borderline and murder in the same sentence. I literally put borderline and murder in the same sentence to say there are plenty of people with BPD that don't fucking do murder. As a matter of fact, the overwhelming majority, if not nearly every single one. of people that struggle with BPD don't do murders. That's why I put those two words together. What the fuck are you saying? Like,
I wish she would have did anything but what she did.
The jury's found you guilty, Ms. Dippolito, of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. So my task is to figure out what an appropriate sentence would be, somewhere between 48 months and 30 years in the Department of Corrections. How do I rehabilitate you from what you have done? And I think that's a function of spinning your moral compass. I think your moral compass is askew. I think that it's something that it's not like getting a drug addict off drugs or an alcoholic off alcohol, but rehabilitation, I hope that occurs as part of this sentence. A big variable, and the one that's most conspicuous, is punishment. You impose a sentence to punish bad behavior, criminal behavior, and that's going to be a large component of this sentence. And also a valid factor in imposing a sentence is retribution. And retribution is giving society the vent, the outlet, the sense.
Bro, this person will not rehabilitate, by the way. She is demonstrating fucking zero of the telltale signs of someone who even recognized that they've done something wrong. Okay? Like, she's just like, fuck no, dude. I am the real victim here. I'm the real fucking victim, dog. What the fuck? Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ.
That person got what he or she had coming. So I consider those factors.
She's literally doing a Jean Paul fucking, or whatever. She's doing an XQCRP right now. It's like, come on. Sentence me, dude. Judge, sentence me, dude. Why are you stalling, dude? Stop stalling.
And try to figure out what weighs most in tailoring a sentence for you. And it has to do with the facts of the case, and it has to do with who you are and what you were thinking. And here's the way I see it. I think that a lot of it is what were your motivations? What were you doing? What were you thinking when that was going on? And I just come to the most obvious conclusion that you were motivated by greed, by avarice. There's no evidence that you were being beaten and you were defending yourself, that you were a battered wife, that you were an alcoholic, that you were the victim of child abuse, that you were somehow acting in defense of yourself, even under a misguided notion. There's none of that here. All of your conduct was just for self-indulgence and just trying to take every bit of money that you could get a hold of so that you could go on and live this fast life. In as early as March, you began this relentless campaign to get rid of your husband. First, you're thinking, well, I'll just get him sent off to prison and that would be good enough. You used guile and sophistry to dupe others into your web of deception. You were the puppet master that was pulling all the strings. You weren't acting at the direction of somebody else. You weren't under the influence of somebody else. You were the one calling the shots. And you were engaged in a course of conduct not over some momentary lapse of good judgment. This wasn't like, I ran a red light, I shouldn't have done that. Or, oh, what was I thinking? I had the gun in my hand and I shot it because I was angry. It was weeks and months that you continued with these different schemes to try to rid yourself of your husband.
She's literally like a parasitic being that literally just latched onto this fucking dumb Italian himbo and sucked him of all of his life juices. And then in the end, when she was done sucking, she was like, okay, time to fucking murder him and then take everything. Finally. That's wild. You can't, how do you separate these two?
Husband that was just something out of a novel. And it was horrible to watch it unfold as the trial testimony came out. It was pure evil. After those attempts to have your husband taken out of the picture by way of sending him back to prison for a long period of time, and when you learned that it wasn't good enough to have the house in your name, that if you wanted to sell the house, you were still going to need his signature, I think that's when it started to turn to even more sinister behavior.
Oh, shit!
Mr. Salnick indicates that, you know, being remorseful or saying I'm sorry really doesn't mean anything. And I disagree. I disagree. I think, even today, Mr. Dippolito, still your husband, I think that I'm sorry, it's my fault, I did it, would have gone a long way. Not only for his healing, but it would have perhaps suited your own purpose. But I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard an ounce of remorse. The opposite.
If she has a mental disability and you want to lock her up, then you want to lock everyone up with a mental disability who commits a crime? Yes. Yes, I think that some sort of sentencing should occur if you have done a violent crime. Yeah. I don't understand. Do you think like, yo, motherfuckers literally think like, yo, sorry, judge, I have ADHD. And then the judge's like, oh, fuck, I can't believe this dude. I can't believe he used the cheat code, bro. He said he's a narcissist. Fuck. Guess you can't go to jail now, dude. God damn, dude. They didn't say violent. I know, they were trying to trap me in like a fucking idiotic take, which is precisely why I'm saying, like, my position is that, yes, if you were, like, convicted of a fucking violent crime and caught dead to rights, you can't use, like, a mental illness as a fucking, you know, get out of jail free card. Like, what is this?
That when confronted with the obvious facts, the most powerful testimony as to who you are is when you were in the police station and your husband walked by and looked in and you were begging him, tell him this is all wrong, tell him this is all wrong. And then later on the telephone, you were saying, he was confronting you with the evidence. I saw the tapes. I saw the videotape of you trying to have me killed. And you just cold-bloodedly said to him, I saw what you saw, and I'm telling you that's not true. and it
Bro, I wish the judge would be like, I want to give you an opportunity because me, just like millions of people all around the world who saw this tape, need to understand, what did you think you were, how did you think you were going to get out of this? Because I want to know so bad, dude. I want to know so fucking bad, like, what was she going to say to get out of that?
was astonishing. The cold-blooded denial that you're willing to go to try to avoid the obvious. You have a certain facet of who you are with your mom, your sister, your brother, and they see the good in you, as siblings and parents should. But who you are when no one's looking, other than a camera in a police car, is quite different. And I think that peers deeply into your soul and speaks volumes of the way you were presenting this, and it was quite chilling to witness that. Based upon those factors, then, Ms. Dippolito, I'll accept the verdict of the jury. I'll find you guilty. I'll adjudicate you guilty. And I'm sentencing you to 20 years in the Department of Corrections.
Holy
Dalia's
shit.
first encounter with retribution was a big one, yet it didn't last long. The sentence was thrown out on a technicality 1 month later, and she was able to remain under house arrest for 6 years.
Demon! Actual demon, she beat the case, dude!
Awaiting her next trial. Her second trial began in 2016.
Dalia Dippolito takes the stand with an unusual defense.
Dalia says it was all part of a plan she hatched with her then husband, Michael Dippolito, and former lover, Mohammed Shahadi, to get famous. Her now ex-husband, Mike Dippolito, says he couldn't wait to see what she'd say in court.
Let me know when she's going. I'll be sitting in the back with popcorn. I'd love to see this.
In an exclusive pretrial interview with 2020 this past December, Dippolito said she's just...
Bro, this is wild. Nightline doing this coverage is like... What the fuck? Bro, this is crazy, dude. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate capitalism. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. We are the worst. This is the worst system. Like, immediately, demon ass fucking TV producers are like, oh, this is perfect content. fuck, I'm doing it. I'm perpetuating it.
Misunderstood.
But at least I'm like shitting on her, whereas like they are just seeing her as though it's like she's a victim in the situation.
Who is Dalia Dippolito?
Understanding, sweet, and compassionate.
Manipulative, conniving. I got more than 3. Malicious.
Baited, enticed, and entrapped.
Her attorney, Brian Claypool, says Dalia is the innocent victim of a fame-hungry police department.
What the police department did is they found out she's an attractive woman. In their minds, they're like ching, ching, ching. This is a perfect skit.
No.
There's no question about it that the Boynton Beach Police Department was dead set on manufacturing a crime here.
How damaging are these tapes to your client?
They are damaging because people have formed opinions.
Our job in the second trial is to provide.
What is this nip-tuck looking fucking team of lawyers? No. No. This is insane, dude. What is wrong with Florida, dude? I told you it was crazy. I fucking told you what they were doing in that fucking interrogation room was crazy, dude. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Please tell me she still went to jail. Please.
Boynton Beach Police Department was dead set on manufacturing a crime here.
How damaging
What do you mean manufacturing a crime, dude? There is literally no entrapment. Like, usually there's so much coercion in these sorts of sting operations where it's like very fucked up. There is usually so much coercion in these sorts of instances, like honeypotting, that sort of shit. Like, there is a lot of it is like borderline entrapment. This is like one instance where it's an open and shut fucking case where she literally is like, I want to murder the fuck out of this dude because I can't sell the house without his signature. He already stupidly fucking gave me the title, but I can't sell it.
are these tapes to your client?
They are damaging because people have formed opinions.
Our job in the second trial is to provide the proper context for the jury to see that this is not really what it looks like.
Claypool claims she only kept up the act because Mohammed threatened her with a gun.
He threatened to hurt me and to hurt my family.
Did you believe he would?
Absolutely, yes.
So she was threatened to act out a hoax on a videotape? I mean, do you understand how ridiculous that sounds to a lot of people watching this?
Yeah, that's not ridiculous. You've got a 6'2", 230-pound man with a gun.
Saying you will do this
Absolutely.
YouTube hoax or else?
Right.
5,000% sure, not 100% sure, not 1,000% sure, but 5,000% sure. How do you explain that?
I look at that video and I see somebody who's struggling with whether she's really sure.
She's struggling? What?
Why? Well,
how is she struggling if she's 5,000% sure?
Well, you might find that humorous, but when I hear people say they're sure, I'm 110% sure.
Why didn't she just tell police her version of what happened?
I've asked her that question too. Oh, yeah, everybody. Hey, Sergeant. This was just a YouTube thing we were putting together. She was in a state of shock.
I couldn't react. I just completely froze. I wanted to get out of there and I felt just paralyzed. The tape.
Bro, this is like roleplay court, dude. This is like when I get caught when, you know, in a video game and I just say like whatever comes to my mind first. Like fans of early Donnie remember when I went to court and I was like a part of a kidnapping operation. And I literally was just like, Your Honor, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, I'm just literally like caught dead to rights. I'm a victim of circumstance. And it is fucking wild that it, like, the fact that they would even entertain this. Like, the fact that this is like, I just, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. This is making me like reactionary.
It was a show, it was a tape. That was the purpose of it.
You were acting in those tapes?
Yes.
But you're telling the truth now?
Yes.
Why should we believe you?
Because it's what happened. It's the truth.
State of Florida versus Dalia A. Dippolito, defendant. Verdict. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count one, we find the defendant guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder as charged in the information. So say we all, the 16th day of June, 2017.
You're a potential threat to all women. That's right, chat. All you simps are a threat. No white knights here crying on command. Oh my god, who hurt you, you fucking pathetic incel? Holy shit. Oh my god, this guy's so broken. He said all men are potential rapists. God damn, dude. Okay. Come on. The final reveal, the big reveal.
In West Palm Beach.
Dalia Dippolito was sentenced to 16 years in prison on July 21st, 2017. She was not given the possibility of parole, and her release date is set for August 24th, 2032. Her appeal was rejected by the Florida Supreme Court in September of 2019, and her sentence is now definitive. She is currently being held at the Lowell Correctional Institution in Gainesville, Florida, where she is expected to remain until the day of release. She will be 50 years old.